Hey, this is Doug. It's February 17th and it's 32 degrees outside. It's winter! And why am I out here? My wife challenged me, so I figured I'll go out and do this. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is what I call Inside Carlsen's Brain. It's a sheet that I give out at all of my conferences or courses, what things I like, where I go to for my information. So here it is. First of all, financial blogs. The one that I go to most often for any research that I do is White Coat Investor. This is written by mid-40s MD in Salt Lake City. His name is Jim Dolly. He has a wonderful blog and he's got really great academically based information from a variety of writers. Number 2, Debt Ascent. A young doctor and her husband document their plan in real time to overcome over $500,000 in dental student and other loans and hopefully retire by age 40. The blog himself, Ty, is an engineer and he actually tracks all the numbers of where they are each month. So each month they come out with a new blog. It's a really cool one called Debt Ascent. Okay, Dentist Advisors. This is Reese Harper, another guy from Utah that I know who started a financial firm several years ago, and they've got a great blog. It's got a website, obviously podcast interviews, and they're aligned closely with the values for investing that I've had over the last 10 years or so. It's called Dentist Advisors. Books. First one I'm going to talk about is by a young engineer. His name is Daryl Kirkpatrick, and the title of the book is Can I Retire Now? There's also a blog that goes along with it, but it has all sorts of different retirement topics leading into your late 40s, early 50s, and even beyond as to how you should handle getting ready for retirement financially. Next is John Bogle, Little Book of Common Sense Investing. John Bogle was the founder of Vanguard many years ago. Sharp guy. He recently died at age 89. It's simple to the point. It takes about an hour and a half to read. It's interesting. At the end of each chapter he says, hey, if you don't believe me, and then he quotes other academic resources. So John Bogle, Little Book of Common Sense Investing. And the final one is this is just fun reading. 2 PhDs at SUNY Albany back in 1996 wrote The Millionaire Next Door. It's purchasing habits of real millionaires, people who actually have real wealth of $1 million or more, not including their home. So it's buying habits. There's 4 books. They're all extremely interesting, and you find out what sort of lifestyles breeds real wealth. Podcasts, Dentist Money. Reese Harper and Dentist Advisors has a podcast called Dentist Money, which talks about not just financial investing, but also all things practice management and related to dentistry. It's really well done. On the Money Radio. This is for everybody. This is not for doctors. On the Money Radio, Steve Pomerantz provides 7 to 12 minutes of concise information on listener-friendly topics. It could be real estate, investing. He brings the big boys in to talk to them about various topics related to financial things that we all deal with. Shared Practices. This is a new one. Richard Lowe and George Harari provide a wealth of financial and practice information for young dentists in particular. They're young and they're starting out in their practices. They've got a bunch of podcasts already. They have a wealth of information. Take a look at it. It's called Shared Practices. Okay, finally, financial advisors. Where to go for help? Well, I'm going to mention Dentist Advisors again. They're more expensive than the Robos and the big boys like Vanguard, Fidelity, and Schwab, but they provide really good insight both into investing and other practice management topics for dentists. They know dentists, they work only with dentists, and they do a really good job. Okay, Robo Advisors. I'm not using a Robo Advisor. I could. I'm with Vanguard and I use target date funds, which are extremely simple to use, but I could be working with a robo-advisor. I really like to have computerized investing and take the human element out. I think you do a lot better that way. Well, I'm just going to name several. This is a NerdWallet list that you can find at nerdwallet.com. Wealthfront in particular has been around for a long time. They do very well. SoFi is a newer one out there that they give good recommendations for. Blooom, B-L-O-O-O-M, Blooom. They manage 401k plans for employers. That might be good for a young dentist or an older dentist. Vanguard, of course, has a good setup too for robo advising, where you can actually get a personalized advisor for a certain amount of time. A lot of the companies now, like Schwab, do that also. White Coat Investor recommendations. Jim Dolly, White Coat Investor, lists usually about 20 financial advisors that doctors can use. And he lists each one and gives a lengthy, sometimes lengthy paragraphs, sometimes short, as to what these advisors actually deal with, what their fees are, and why doctors or dentists may be interested in them. That's a really good place to look for advisors too, on White Coat Investor. Dental financial videos, there really aren't a whole lot of them, and I'm kind of surprised that the young guys aren't doing more of them. I think that would be great, and if you guys find any that you really like, please let me know. Just email me at drcarlsen@gmail.com. Thanks so much for listening, and my hands are freezing to death. Okay, here's a couple loners out here in the neighborhood. Hey, come on over here and help me out on this. Serious, this is the deal. Okay, I've got Randy, my neighbor here. Randy, what are your investments in right now?
Beer.
Okay. Anything else?
My company.
What's your company? Tell me about it.
Which one?
Well, the best one.
We make kids ski school vests for ski resorts all over the world.
So one question here, Randy, before I let you go, because I really want to let you go.
And I want to be let go.
Yeah. Why are you wearing this shirt and a light jacket and blue jeans on? Why are you wearing this sort of garb and I'm wearing gloves, long sleeve shirt, ski pants,